calls, feeling like a boss, riding with top off, flip everyone off. And it be like, and it be like, and it be like, and it be like, hold my bag, yeah, yeah, reach in my bag, yeah, yeah. Throw this money in the air, cause you know that we don't care. MIB, you know we here, and we litty everywhere, yeah, yeah, yeah. And we litty everywhere. Get off the stool, hop in the coupe, feeling up, give me the loot. Shorty so bad, she ready to shoot. One in the mag, I'm chasing the cash, she holding the stash, she holding the mag, while I'm chasing the bag, yeah, yeah, yeah. Mind everything, don't look at that. We don't got no time for fucking that. I'm waiting for her that pass. Them bands make her dance. She gave me 3 hands like hands. She skate off like hands while we tripping off them sands. While we walking through the sand. While we sipping back them cans. While we do them honey dance. And I'm buying all these diamonds. Cause baby, you my diamond. I wanna make you mine. You my ride or die. You my ride or die. When I go and grind. You my reason why. I'ma make it right. It could be you and me. Yeah, 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 yeah. In the sweet, yeah, yeah. When no cool, yeah, yeah. Spin the loop, yeah, 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 yeah. It could be you and me, yeah, 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 yeah. In the sweet, yeah, yeah. When no cool, yeah, yeah. Spin the loop, yeah, 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 yeah. She get in the dough, look at her clothes. When she enter the door, man, tell those. Baby, Gucci, Prada, family. Got daddy, look at Brandy. She acting kinda friendly, but jumping on my Bentley. Red bottoms, yeah, she got them, man. All them hoes, she got them, man. I'm guessing that she pimpin'. That laundry money flippin'. That laundry money flippin'. Si se pone caliente. She whippin' and she dippin'. And her wrist is always drippin'. And she looking like she grippin'. But we both be flippin' chicken. While we whippin' in the kitchen, it could be you and me, yeah, 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 yeah. In the sweet, yeah, yeah. When no cool, yeah, yeah. Spin the loop, yeah, 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 yeah. It could be you and me, yeah, 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 yeah. In the sweet, yeah, yeah. When no cool, yeah, yeah. Spin the loop, yeah, 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 yeah. And we buying without looking what it costs, feeling like a boss, riding with top off, flip everyone off. And it be like, and it be like, and it be like, and it be like.
I'm not gonna even lie to you, man. That shit sounds like it's already on the radio. That shit sounds like it was produced by somebody big, and that's somebody like some like, you know, I don't know. You are chilling on S.STREET Media. It's mathematics. We live at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. It's Sosa's birthday. Billions in the motherfucking back. And we just listened to some fire shit from somebody by the name of MIB
J.
Double J, man. My dude got some fire coming from East New York, Brooklyn, baby. Let me get a round of applause for the MIB Double J, man.
And another round of applause for S.STREET Media for being in South by Southwest, Liddy representing Brooklyn, New York City, and the culture of hip hop.
Now I need you to introduce your brother on the left of you.
And ladies and gentlemen, the biggest, the most best beat producer, sound engineer, mixing engineer that MIB Productions knows. His name is Edzone.
Let me get a round of applause. Yeah. You already know, man. I'm glad that you two are chilling with us in Austin, Texas. This is not like we just met you out here too. This is different. I know the brother from Brooklyn. We've chilled together. He has been at DTF Radio. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man A-Class, who was the person who introduced him to me. You already know A-Class is in California, do them California things. So this is kind of like we out here in Texas. Some other shit. So, He's been performing out here. He's been doing big things with EV. I'm gonna go into that in a second, but yeah,
No.
EV is a big brand, man. EV, put it up a little bit high so they could see you. Yeah, that's he won a microphone in that motherfucker. So I need you to tell the people a little bit about yourself first.
My name is Double J. It stands for my initials, my first and last initials. You feel me? Um, I'm just a young entrepreneur trying to see my face in the industry. Once upon a time, I grew up with my grandmother. And once upon a time, she told me and taught me what you don't like that's done by others, and do it yourself. And maybe you do it how you feel like it's done better. And that's what I'm seeing. Like, I love the game. I love the music. It transitioned into so many different forms that in the beginning I wasn't aware, or I wasn't trying to even transition with. Today I'm embracing it, and not only embracing it, I'm encouraging he or she that is upcoming talent, indie talent, trend set. Don't trend follow. You understand? This is why the biggest entrepreneurs and icons that we look up to today, even the ones that got trend following, is who they are. They started to make their own unique ways, from the old to the new. You know what I mean? And my angle is coming in different, coming in unique. My unique form is I harmonize and I rap Spanish and English together. Those that know that's Hispanic in America, that language is called Spanglish, but we really don't embrace it, and we really don't talk about it, even though it's in our everyday speaking language. He or she that's Hispanic in America does not. I don't care who y'all are, Mexican, Salvadorian, Guatemalan, Panama, Costa Rican, Venezuela, Chile, Puerto Rican, Dominican, Cuban. I don't care what you are. Shout out to Haiti too, because them niggas be talking Spanish better than the Spanish ones too. In Miami and in DR, they getting bread. Shout outs to Sapase, your dicks. But overall, it's just that nature. We don't speak one sentence without saying something in Spanish, or you won't speak something in Spanish without saying something in English. You might not know how to say it in English, and you would say it in Spanish. It's just that nature. So I'm trying to embrace it to the max in our music. It's been existing from the early 80s, shit, since hip hop started. Puerto Rican started too, 73, 74 in Soundview too. B-boys, they was there. You understand what I'm saying? So it's something that has always been there, but we never talked about it. We never really embraced it. And shout out to Pitbull as well. That he did a lot for the nature of the early millennium, and 2010 and better. But even though his record label was full of artists in the Caribbean, shout outs to that. Um, you know, he's in his lane. He really doesn't embrace. He never called the Spanglish. I wish one day, you know what I mean, me and him could collide one day and make a feature or a collabo and embrace it, because I know that's gonna be the next wave.
I agree with you 100%. Also, in you speaking what you were speaking, I think that the music that you're coming with is not a New York thing. It is a worldwide thing.
Most definitely.
I can hear your song being played in another part of the world.
Most
You know
definitely.
what I mean? Right now, you have the African rhythms and the African beats that's really getting big right now. A lot of the music from other places is being embraced in America, hard body. Like, I'm talking about to the ghettos. Like, the ghettos is playing African beats.
Facts.
You would never think that, you never had thought that 15 years ago.
Shout
So,
outs, shout outs to French Montana and Sway Lee. They did a different transition with the Afro beats and the dancehall, which is coming in. Shout outs to Drake as well for bringing Wiz Kid to the media of America. You understand what I'm saying? It's a lot going on that people's not really realizing. Shout outs to Cardi B and the wave of reggaeton and the trap in Spanish. You understand? That's the nature that is growth. And shout outs to the to those artists like Cardi B that stood to her guns. She's a New York rapper. She's gonna embrace that to the max. She's giving you New York rap, and then she giving you the New York Spanish rap as well. Like, I could do this. This is my culture. She's embracing that, and that's what it's all about, and just what you said. I'm bringing different sounds as well. I grew up, all right. I grew up in East New York, Brooklyn, in the dark side. For those who don't know, if you ever come to East New York or know anything about East New York, there's a division between Atlantic Avenue. And one side is the dark side, and the other side is the Spanish side. I was born and raised in the dark side. One of the first blocks I was born and grew up in was Ashford and Dumont. I was the only Spanish house in that block. Everything else was straight Shatas. So I got to live and see the movie before the movie was done. You see what I'm saying? Like, movies like Steven Seagal was portraying Once Upon a Time. That was really my block. BMWs with the Max and all the weed, you know what I mean? So I fell in love with that. I fell in love with that nature. Then I went to live back home in Puerto Rico with my grandmother for 5 years, and didn't even realize how Rastafarian culture is big in Puerto Rico than in America. It's the same nature of what Bob Marley once found when he went to Europe, and they embraced him more than, America.
Let me ask you something. You mentioned Cardi B, and I had the chance of meeting Cardi B at DTF Radio before she was who she become or who she became, and she's definitely putting it on for Latino artists, man. I hate to even say that. I'm saying this for interview wise, but for a Latino,
Peace, God,
but
because we know.
but
Peace.
as a Latino artist, her winning these awards, I think that it was a great time to show the shift change. It's a change going on, and she's definitely in the forefront of the evolution. And I'm glad that it's a Latina sister, and especially from the Bronx. But you being an artist, of Latino descent,
I want you to even say that.
I didn't be honest with you. I said the indigenous people, but
I want to embrace another thing. Shout out to Amara La Negra, because she's embracing it hard body. But another thing that I want to embrace is Afro Latino.
I've been seeing, know what's funny? I've been seeing that the girl with the big afro.
Yeah, Amara. That's her. That's her. She's Dominican, and she's from Love and Hip Hop, Dominican. She's from Miami. She represents hard body.
I've been saying that, man, and she's been receiving a lot of hate for standing up for who she is. So that's fucked up. But I definitely know who you're talking about. But as being an Afro, say it again for me.
Afro Latino.
An Afro Latino, coming out of East New York, where do your sound come from? Where do these lyrics come from? Like, what part of you is
It's a mixture of four, I would say 3 to 4 decades, and maybe hundreds of different cultures. Man, I've been a fan to like Buju, Supercat. You feel what I'm saying? I grew up on that. Then I've been a fan to soca music as well. I've seen a lot of Trinidadians and Guyanese around me, and it was very cultivated for me in my mind, in my spirit, in my passion of music, because I'm seeing how they play their music, their instruments, and I'm seeing how they dance. Soca's dance just like merengue. Same fucking way. It's just a faster tempo. You understand me? Then when we do food, it's the same way, Caribbean style. Just some of us use roti, sometimes some of us don't. Some of us just use sazon con flavor.
Yo, tell me about your company that I've been seeing for the past like 2-3 years, maybe even longer than that. MIB. Talk to us a little bit about that company.
Made in Brooklyn Productions. I'm the founder. This is my partner, my CEO, my producer, my mixing engineer, Edzone. This individual has been my arm, my strength, my brother. Shout outs to you for that, my brother. We've been through a real long, successful, and beautiful, passionate year. I cannot lie. Specifically a year. We started working a year ago. We actually started our ideas 4 or 5 years ago. Due to economy, different heavy stress life theories that we go through. Because as an artist, he or she that makes it and tells me they turbulences wasn't tough and big, they was they you lying, or you just that ringtone rapper that made that miracle and you going right out the door by next year. I really don't want that. So I'm very thankful for all the struggles that we gone through. um Edzone, formerly known as Neko, because at that time, you know what I mean, he's been doing beats and producing for a long time. Shout outs to ESP51 as well. They was one of the first Spanish internet networks that was out back in the day, '08, '09, and Flushing Avenue. You should know about them. You know what I mean? I salute to them. This brother right here was working with them. I knew a lot of the brothers that was running the radio station. Till this day, they're still doing their little movement. They got their artists. Lady Vixen, she's doing their thing, representing the borough and the culture as it should be, you know. But Made in Brooklyn Productions, as I was saying, we started off the ground. We still in the ground. I could say today, 4 or 5 years ago, I had an idea. I was passionate. Unfortunately, we shout outs to all the former MIB production members that ran with me, that helped me embrace my ideas. But unfortunately, we all had different space of ideas and fell out. Because I was the manager and director to everything, I fell into depression and didn't want to even. I didn't want to make it, or it just broke me. But it broke me for just a certain amount of time to think about it, to really study the game. Not only study the game, social media, because that's what y'all think. I want to make this clear too. Everybody that's saying that y'all running a production company, everybody that y'all saying that y'all own your own stuff, make sure that y'all talk the talk and walk the walk. Don't just go to Instagram and hashtag a name and run with it and think that that's good. No, go license it, go register it. Then on top of that, go publish your name, publish your writtens, publish your music, and then get your distributing companies, which you don't need a record label for that. Today, MIB Productions represents that. Everything that I'm doing, everything that we doing, his beats are his beats, published by him. BMI, we are BMI artists. You understand me? Whether it's BMI, whether it's ASCAP, it's something that you have to sit down. If you don't know, Google it. That's what we do. Real talk. That's what MIB is all about.
I don't want to cut your wisdom, but S.STREET Media have like a different audience. So when you say big words like BMI and ASCAP, please explain to our peoples, because
That's making it easy for them.
well,
That's making it easy.
I'm gonna let y'all know.
Easy for us.
Y'all need to know about this publishing thing, man. The publishing is where you get the money. You know what I mean? You hear about motherfuckers selling their publishing or not having publishing, or somebody owning their publishing. This is what they're talking about. Own the shit that you write. Make sure you own it, because somebody else could take your words and publish it and get the money for it, man.
There's another awareness. There's another awareness I want to speak about.
Oh,
another
speak
awareness.
on it, God. Speak on it, God.
Another awareness is behind the same theory is which we was aware, but because we came to South by Southwest, associated with different individuals that's in the game, that's behind the game, and in front of the game, they instruct us where to go, how to go, and why to go. One thing that we got instructed firmly, correct me if I'm wrong, companies like Sound Exchange, where they make sure that you get paid for your rotation wherever your music get played. Right now, your music could be in a popping web series on YouTube, but you not getting paid. No, go get your paper. That's what we stand for. Aside that we make sure the beautiful music that we do, from reggaeton, hip hop, soca, reggae, mix that all up, trap, hip hop, you know what I mean? We all have awareness and we want to share it. But to he or she that want to listen, y'all need to stop being hard-headed. If your passion is really music, entertainment, entrepreneur, acting, modeling, stop and listen. Y'all need advice, and if y'all don't, look for it.
Don't wind up like De La Soul. Word. They first 3 albums they don't even own.
Shout outs to Sound Exchange and shout out to Ursa. That's another company. I met Whiteclef through that as well. He's gonna invest in that company as well. These are companies that make sure that they make sure wherever your music is played, you're gonna get paid. This is my next movement. I'm jumping on it like swim with it.
For your artists, man, go look up them De La Soul interviews. They got one with Sway, very a lot of information in it about them getting jerked for all these years, and they only getting money off the last 2 albums out of their whole career. Shit is crazy. So make sure y'all do your paperwork. Make sure y'all got
And
lawyers
shout
and all
outs to
that
my
stuff.
New York independent artists that's making it and still making it poppin'. A Boogie, Don Q's, they making it happen. Young Ma, even though y'all think that they not popping and they not lit, they just not in the main screen that y'all want them to be all the time to talk bad or good. Nah, they still eating by doing music, by performing. Get it together. Stop the hate. Congratulate and participate. And my B boys.
Now I need you to talk to me about this microphone and the company behind the microphone, the whole situation that surrounded the microphone. Let my people know about this.
Well, first and foremost, shout out to South by Southwest. They treated us beautifully as music artists. It's my first time to being in this whole festival. The convention center in Austin was amazing, and we got this company called Electric Voice, which I believe everybody that does music should know because they have one of the best sound system speakers. Evie, we know them in the hood for Evie, but they real name, the company name is Electro Voice. Shout out to them. We got they actually gave 200 mics for 3 days straight in the South by Southwest convention. All the artists I got there early got them. I actually got to perform with it in the Music Box studio made by Visible. Shout out to them. They're a new phone company about to take over. Yeah, Electro Voice. Thank you very much. Shout outs to y'all. The mic sounds clear, super clear. I couldn't believe that. A lot of people was in the stage. They were sounding all. I came in the stage sounding beautifully. Thank you, cause that's all I'm about. I'm trying to give good music and clear music where you I could hear it anywhere.
Shout out to Electric Voice. We definitely trying to work with them. S.STREET Media, Electric Voice, I think is a big thing. Yo, we can't ignore that we in South by Southwest. We in Austin, Texas. It don't look too fly outside, but we are out here. How have your experience been in on Sixth Street, doing what you do? Have you been networking? How has your South by Southwest experience been?
Brother, I'll be honest with you. I feel like I revived. I feel like I was born again. Reason why I feel like I was born again because I told you I was acknowledged by Southwest maybe 4 years ago. I have good connections out here in Austin, Texas. Shout out to my guy Disco Kid. If y'all ever need anything with cars, graffitis, tattoos, engineering, that's the man in Austin, Texas. I call him the mayor of Austin because everybody knows him. We walking down 6th Street, everybody saying what up to this man. At Instagram, Disco Kid, Kidd. But yeah, it's been beautiful for because you see how I told you I had a fallout in the music industry and I was hurt for a while. So there was a lot of individuals that it was that's like a virus. I feel like that's like a virus or a cancer when you have like a bad person that not even a bad person but a person with a bad energy on them. They slouchy. They always whine, and I was in that clout. And a lot of individuals that were supporting me, or a lot of individuals that had a close eye on me because I had something going on with a good spark, they fell back on me. So I lost a lot of communications with relationships. Today, I could say it's been sparked to a different level. It the relationship was burning out. Now it's like lit, super lit, because not only am I delivering on my end, not only am I showing my participation in my behalf, at the same time I'm showing beautiful, clear aura.
I got a
Hold up before you because of that calming down, I've met good new networking, and then I met, reconnected with other people, and because of those other people, I got massive better connections. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I say it's a rebirth. And, I thought in the point of life that, oh, them niggas never gonna fuck with me again. You feel what I'm saying? Yes, the last 2 to 3 days, you can ask them. We in the VIP sections. We chilling with all the artists. Shout out to Fuego. They killed it in Malverde yesterday. Shout out to DJ Blast, the La Leyenda. They killed it yesterday as well. Who else? Couple of other individuals. Shout out to O Plus. He showed me love as well. Shout out to Jen Morale. She's a Dominican shorty doing dembow, killing it. She's from New York City. Went to Cali. She's taking over, and it's the same nature. We had the same competition in the city, so I had to branch out. Girl, go ahead. She showed me love right back. Told me, yo, I see you. Don't stop working. So it's in that nature. It's a rebirth for everybody. Hip hop is looking beautiful right now. I hope people can see that.
If you was locked up in a box for a year and you only had 2 tapes and they only gave you 1 tape you got to listen to every day, and it was Tito Fuente or Mark Anthony, who would you pick?
Mark Anthony.
Good answer. One of my favorite artists, El Cante.
The only
El
reason,
Cante.
the only reason, but see, the only reason is because I'm a recording artist. So he's one of my icons. There's nobody right now in the Hispanic network or Hispanic music vocal industry that has the notch that he has, truthfully. And then on top of that, to last as long and could diverse with different genres, because he's salsa. But lately he's done pop, he's done EDM, he's done a little bit of everything, hip hop, Latin, urban. But I study his vocals. I study his pitches. That's the only reason why I would choose that. But I won't discredit Tito Puente, because Tito Puente, is part of the Afro Latino. A lot of people don't know that he made the Latin jazz pop big, which is a big network, just like the African jazz. That they just like rock as well. That's us. That's us. But it doesn't get embraced. And Tito Puente got a lot of instrumental music that I would say, I could sample. He would enjoy. I would enjoy. You understand what I'm saying? But I choose Mark Anthony. He's more my era, and vocally, I just study him. But what Tito Puente did with Celia Cruz is still one of my favorite moments in music. They went to Africa and had people that didn't understand nothing in Spanish really sing the music that they was delivering. So they made the beginning of the platforms of what the Latin industry is today, which is the highest streaming network in music.
True indeed. I got another one. What roll-ups you don't like using?
I don't like using blunt pills.
Why not?
They're too manufactured, my brother. And I could taste it. I'm a Fronto smoker. I ain't even Fronto in paper. I'm a straight Fronto smoker. So if it's not Fronto, it's backwards.
A lot of chicks like to use blunt vills, man. That's why I like them. I don't like them. I'm fucking with you. But a lot of chicks like to use blunt vills. Strain, your favorite strain right now. Name your 2 favorite strains you like to smoke right now.
Damn.
Strains of weed.
I can't say what that of now, but the strain that I would love to smoke from back in the day right now, and I think we all could relate. Y'all some New Yorkers, right? Mango piña, puñeta.
Ooh, I haven't heard that in a while.
And you can only find that in the Bronx. I don't care if you was from Queens. I don't care if you was that. Everybody had to go to the Bronx. You had to have the connection. Not everybody had that. So shout outs to the Bronx for that. Mango piña. And mind you, that was Reggie's. But they had some taste on that Reggie's that was coño.
Yo, if somebody gave you $30,000 right now, what would you do with it?
I would look for advisors of business, entrepreneur, intelligence. and I would invest my money in my company. I would invest my money in myself, and I would invest my money in my partner and producer, which I want you to get at him because he think he gonna run away from this interview. You feel me?
Yo, right now in hip hop, YNB Melly, I think that's his name, if I'm not mistaken, is incarcerated for 3 bodies, one police, 2 of his friends. Do you think that they are trying to set him up?
Wow. I see it like this. I can't call it because life today is you don't know what, when, and where, and everybody doesn't know how to really portray the truth. But I say it like this: even if he didn't, if you put yourself on that perspective, you know what I mean. My mama said always, dime con quién tú andas y te diré quién eres.
Translation.
Which means tell me who you with and I'll tell you who you are.
That's a good one. That's a good
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't care if you the squeaky clean, perky, Urkel student in the gang, you still in the gang.
If MIB made a remake of the first movie, who do you think should play Will Smith?
Ooh, damn, that was a good one. Michael B. Jordan.
That's a good answer. You know, I like to. Yo, I'm just. S.Street Media is different, and we like to come from different angles, different points of view, different slants. Right now, we want to get into some of your music before we close out. So my man, he's gonna get a song ready for us to play. I would like both of y'all to let us know what you have coming up in the near future, and where do you see you and your company and your homie in 1 year?
In 1 year, I could see us definitely touring. What's coming up is some of my ethics that I left alone for a while, which is getting back to the community activism that I always have been in really strongly, and just giving awareness on both theories, on the music business and giving awareness on the community. You know what I mean? You know, we need a unity. What's happening today in our urban streets, what's happening, yeah, we seeing it every day. We recording it every day, and still it's not stopping the police brutality, the gentrification in our neighborhoods. It's not stopping, and it's not stopping because why? We still stuck on looking for the video of how many people jumped little homie. You understand what I'm saying?
How you felt about that junior situation?
It's nonsense. It's like y'all don't got nothing else to do. When I was coming up, that's the first thing. I had all the homies. I had all the gangsters, from the Kings to the Bloods, Threenies. I had all the gangsters, all my family members. Shout out to them because you know what I mean. At the end of the day, they take a vote, and some of them, few of them, they vow for it. You feel me? They vouch for it and they go all along. So they loyal to it. I gotta salute to it because I come from the same grounds. I understand that. But in reality, I love to party too much. I love the woman, from Latinas to Jamaicans. I love women. So it felt always uncomfortable. I'm rolling with niggas all the time. Mm-hmm. That's gonna scare a female. And I'm getting in trouble all the time. For what? I'm like, no, I'm always been a true Dominicano que lo que, getting money, nigga. Let's get this money, let's get these whips, let's get these parties. Since I was 13 years old, I've been doing the promotions I got doing the clubs. Since I was 13, first club I went to was, first time I went to the Cope, I was 14. You understand what I'm saying? And that was with my older cousins. But at the same time, we come from the era of hooky parties. That was the first movement of promotions.
Love hooky parties.
You feel me? So I was blessed that I'm born and raised in East New York. So we the end of Brooklyn. So the borderline of Queens is right there. So all the schools from that area in Queens and Brooklyn, I had them come into different spots. My hooky parties wasn't even in the cribs. We had big empty apartments or big fucking lots of. We used to do it. So my inspiration was early. So all that gang activity I was always part of because that's our nature. We a product of our environment.
Especially East New York.
Talk about it. Still one of the worst neighborhoods in New York City till this day. You feel what I'm saying? Brownsville gives it up. The 90s. Talk about it. You know what I mean? Mind you, I still go out there. I still show love. I still spark some blunts with it. I still feel, you know what I mean, Bobby Shmurda in it. Real talk, because y'all people looking at through social media, hyped about it, but we really bout it. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like it's not no, oh my God, nah. Those are my niggas. We about to get lit on some love. You feel me? Where you can, but it's happening like a Cali situation. If you not from there, don't pass through there. Real talk.
So where can they find you? Our followers find you at?
Well, you can follow us in everywhere. You can follow us in all social medias: Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter. You could. I have my own website, doublej.com, 2blejay.com. It will make it easy if you want to find me in anywhere. But and Instagram is 2ble_jay. You're gonna find the hat. That's the signature. Facebook, unfortunately, I couldn't started with 2, so it's DOBLE space JAY. Twitter, everything else is 2BLE space JAY. Please, I'm not just a free music guy. Y'all could check me on your favorite platform: Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer.com. For those Asians that they have an Asian platform. We have China platforms too for y'all. We have European platforms. We have Amazon.com, Google Music. We on everything. You could Wikipedia us. You could Google me. Shout out to South by Southwest. Google came and we went to verify our name. And when we went to them, they actually congratulated us. They said we was the first and only people that was verified already. That's how we on ahead in the game. This is my partner. He's want to be quiet all the time. Let's see if he could tell you where you could follow us. Hashtag MIB Productions. Hashtag MIB Boys with a Z at the end. Y'all can follow us anywhere. Y'all show us love. We show love back, right back. Our motto is support to be supported.
What's up? Edzone. You can find me on IG, EDZ0NE.
Yo, I appreciate y'all for coming through the office, aka Suite 203, aka S.STREET Media, the microwave on wheels, aka we could do shit anywhere the fuck we want to.
That's a fact.
We're gonna go into their second song, and we're gonna close out with them.
One more thing. Happy birthday to Sosa. Shout outs to S.STREET Media for having us, for saluting us all the time. Shout out to Mathematics, Lord of the Fly _07. That's my man. He's been doing it. Shout out to A Class. And one time for the one time, because we've been so much work and ethics. Rest in peace to Big, man. Rest in peace to Big. Brooklyn, stand up.
Definitely. Rest in peace to Big. Shout out to Big Dogs in the background. Shout out to 1718 Sosa. And we're out of here with this song.
Catch me in Miami, South Beach, cruising a Rari with a mommy. She got a crazy looking body, and you should see it. And you should see it. You could catch her in the gram while she snapping on the sand. She so Brooklyn, she go in while she popping money bands, and she doing money dances. Bring it up, turn it up. Edzone. Bailalo, muévelo, enguelo. 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 Bailalo, muévelo,
MIB Double J.
La moña half cubana, half Guyana, su amita de Trinidad. La fiesta, oscuridad. Tell 'em pull up.
We're going to Miami. Double J MIB S Street Media. Shout out to A Class. Shout out to 1718 Sosa. Billions in the building.
Catch her in the ground while she snapping on the sand. She so potent, she go ham while she popping money bands and she doing money dances. Bring it up, turn it down. Bailalo, muévelo, venguelo. 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 Selling in el Caribe, singing like Carlo Vive, counting hundreds por miles, money bags con los ciles. Like Buster, give me some more, when I bust that dough, when I hit it hardcore, when I wanted my more. Hello, dímelo, get low, muévelo, dembow, getting dinero, that's primero. Take the bill serio, when she don't dembow, when she don't dembow. Mira como baila, pero mira como baila, pero mira como baila. Catch me in Miami, South Beach, cruising a Rari with a mommy. She got a crazy looking body, and you should see it. And you should see it. Mira como baila.